Is going on YouTube? How are you? What is my why? What is your why? What is all why? Okay, so we're going to cover all of that today, and that was actually the beginning part. Let's turn on the lights so it's a little bit brighter, and essentially we're going to go into this very quick. This is how actually I track my sales calls. What is my why? Why do you need a why? So when you're starting to build a habit, and we'll just go into that, which is better that I keep on actually saying how habits are built, because habits are actually things that, and I'm talking about the ones that you want to do. Okay, there's a lot of habits that you do that you don't want to do. I'm talking about habits that you want to do. Habits that you want to do are things that you want to do that leads to a goal that you want to achieve. Okay, so going to baseball practice. Obviously, you want to win a championship. Going to the gym. Maybe your goal is to better body. Maybe you're going to work because you need money. Whatever the case is, there's a goal for every habit. Okay? So we're going to go from, what's going on, Chris? How we doing? So we're going to go from the beginning all the way to a why. And the only reason you actually need a why. Okay? So in the beginning, as you're going through life, most everything is given to you. Your education, your food, your water, your housing, your clothes, your mindset. Thank you very much for the haircut. Haircuts are given to me. Money, everything is pretty much given to me, obviously. And by given to you, I mean education and all that is public. And obviously your parents or whoever raised you is going to help you out and everything like that. All right, so you go through life like that. Then you say, okay, I kind of want to make my own money. And then you start going towards habits that you maybe have already started doing when you're younger, like is studying. So studying for school, maybe you turn that into reading. Maybe you're an athlete and then you turn that into exercise after you graduate college. That's in the beginning part of your 20s. Then the mid part of your 20s, you understand that people are starting to make more money. People are starting to date people. People are starting to get their own apartments. You start seeing the hierarchy of change, because really up until that point, you and all of your friends were the same. Yes, one was maybe more athletic or smarter or popular or whatever, but there was really nothing on them that you just said, that person achieved something different than me. Maybe a little bit, but it wasn't overwhelming. Then when you're 25, you understand, okay, they actually have a good job. They actually have their shit together. And I think I want to start getting my shit together. So then you either look for a new job to make more money. You start getting in better shape if your friend starts getting in better shape. And then as you age and start going to 30, you start seeing something major happen, which is the friends that you looked up to, or the friends that you didn't look up to, or the people that you looked up to, or the people that you didn't look up to, they start changing in a major way. They either start making quantum leaps where they start buying their own apartment or house. They make quantum leaps at their job. And then that in your mind starts doubting, starts saying, well, why is that not happening to me? Okay, why am I not able to buy an apartment? Why am I not able to start a business? Or why is my following on Instagram or YouTube, if that's how you actually quantify your value to this world, why is mine not big? You know, why don't I have the money? You start questioning that in your late 20s. In your mid 20s, you still have the confidence that you can achieve it. In your late 20s, you've already been out of college for about 8 or 9 years, okay? Or you're well established in your company, or at least in your industry, okay? For me, I left. I was in finance, and then I obviously went into something that was a little bit different, AKA real estate. So what I noticed is that I started losing confidence at 28, 29 when my friends started buying apartments from me. And, you know, you put on this thing, and this face that everything's good. But when you're by yourself, you start, and this only happens, by the way, this is an asterisk at the bottom, is this only happens if you allow yourself to be bored, to not have stimulus. There's a book out that is in my Amazon cart. I have so many freaking books that I want to read right now. But it's called Bored and Brilliant. Bored and Brilliant. Okay, from obviously the title, you kind of understand where they're going from it. Everyone that is brilliant has walked, has had their alone time. Leaders, something, I just read it, something leaders, I just read it, and I did a freaking thing on it. Patton, Eisenhower, before actually putting thousands of men onto the D-Day beaches, sat in solitude for weeks. Weeks. Obviously, your life is not like that. But if you still have something in your ears, or you're looking at something, there is no time for you to actually question that you maybe have a life that is not going in the direction that you want it to go, which is in your late 20s. So I didn't have any of that. I was never pro music. I don't give a shit about music. I never cared about movies, never cared about TV. Maybe a little bit, but not really. Video games, gave that up. I played online poker. You know, there's things that I don't really care. I really do not care at all, okay? Which comes down to the why, which I'll get to, all right? But this is the progression. So people want to see the 5-minute abs. They want to see the headline, how someone lost 50 pounds in a month and a half. They love that, but they don't understand that that person struggled and was made fun of for 10 years of their life as the fat, chubby kid. And then all through college, didn't get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Then they're in their 20s and they were noticing, I'm moving slower. I'm getting tired faster. I'm fatigued all the time. And then at age 30, something clicks and says, I'm 50, 60, 70 pounds overweight. I think I should change. And then in a month and a half, you see the headline, month and a half, 50 pounds off, 60 pounds off, 70 pounds off. Wow, that's amazing. In a month and a half. No. It was a lifetime of embarrassment. A lifetime of embarrassment for me, which was, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't smart enough. School was telling me, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case is. At the time, I played the victim role. It's what it was. Until I was like, oh shit, actually you could change your life. I had no idea. So at age 30, so I'm 33? I think I'm 33. 33, 34. I think one of those two ages. I'm 33. So at age 30, people start getting married. They start making money. You have dual incomes. They start having kids, 31, 32. Okay? This is what I'm now seeing at age 33, 34, 35, and obviously till 40 because I've always had older friends, is that there is a point that you reach, whether it's in your relationship, where you say, do I marry this person? Do I not marry this person? If you're dating, you say, do I want them to be my sole companion, to be my boyfriend, girlfriend? Or you're at your job and you say, is this my calling? Is this my passion? You look at your body and you say, why am I going to the gym? Why am I eating healthy? I already have my wife. I already have my husband. I already have my job. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not like you're looking forward 80 years and understanding, well, maybe because I'm not stretching, that's what caused my back problems. That was it. Had no idea. But today, I feel fine. Right now, me overspending on Amazon or me dragging out the next season of I don't know, whatever's on. I was going to say King of Queens, but something with whatever the hell it is, those foragers. I don't even know. I don't even know a show that's popular. But someone recently brought up a show that's very violent and whatever, and she loves it. Whatever the fuck the name of that show is. It's on HBO. No, Amazon or Netflix. I don't know. Shut up, Charles. Continue. You're on a roll. So you reach a point where you say, why? 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 Okay? The easy why could happen every single day. When you're already at the gym, when you're already running, when you're already on the treadmill, when you're in gym class and you're tired and they say, more burpees, one more push-up, one more sit-up, put more weight on that bench press. That's an easy time to find a small why. You know what? I want to get a summer body. I want to put up the extra weight. But what about the next day? When you're bored, when you don't feel like doing it, when you're not motivated, when you're tired, you're exhausted. What is your why then? It's easy when there's a crowd around, you're out with your buddy, you're with your buddy, you have your accountability partner at the gym. It's easy when your boss is telling you, hey, listen, you didn't hit your sales numbers, you got to break out the fucking calls. It's easy then. It's easy. Super easy, actually. But what is your why here? What is your why here? An easy one is Elon Musk, okay? He's already said sustainable just energy in a car, in a house. You get the sun's rays that powers your car. You get it from the roof shingles that powers your house. It's easy for him, okay? For me, what is my why? I was asked that yesterday, and I didn't have an answer outside of the feeling I get. So it's actually running away from something. I'm running away from the feeling of not feeling enough. So there's people out there, I'll throw out names: Sidney Crosby, Tom Brady, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. Those characters love when people doubt them. I love when people doubt me. I don't like praise. I don't like when people are like, Charles, you're doing great. It looks like everything is amazing. I want someone to say, Charles, you can't start your own company. My sister told me that. Charles, what are you doing? Why are you quitting your job? My brother emailed me that when I left Oppenheimer Funds. My boss, your company's gonna fail. That was my boss at my old real estate company, okay? So my why is actually what happened earlier this year when I said, I don't know what's wrong, but something needs to change. Everything is fine, and I fucking hate it. I hate that feeling that everything is fine. I need pain, whether it's through suffering, whether it's through embarrassment, whether it's through rejection, okay? There is so many athletes, I've heard that, and I did not understand how Travis Pastrana, the world's greatest person for stunt, obviously Evel Knievel for stunts, but Travis Pastrana, number 199, everyone knows him, Nitrous Circus, whatever, said that if he is not nervous, he doesn't do a trick. If he is not feeling that he's actually doing something that he's scared of, he doesn't do that. Whether that's a trick, that is a business endeavor, whether that's something that he wants to accomplish, whatever the case is. For me, it's the same thing, is that I don't like calm. I don't. I get bored and I hate it. I feel like I'm not doing anything. I feel like I'm back at school and just sitting there and I'm not contributing. Okay? So when you get that, by the way, that thought comes in from all the people that I know that are over here that get that, they get that. I feel like my life is not worth it. I don't know if you saw yesterday's live, but yesterday's live, a 45-year-old man was mad after working out. That's weird because he was drenched in sweat. So you should have at least some feel-good hormones running through your body, dude. But he goes, yeah, I'm just mad because Friday feels so far away. Friday feels so far away. Friday feels so far away. That, when normally people would take that and be like, yeah, and agree. For me, I say, I thank you, actually, because I don't want that. I don't want that. And then I reverse engineer and I say, what got him to that place? You know what got him to that place? Acceptance. Acceptance in how he viewed the world. He viewed it where he said, this is the pinnacle of my job, the pinnacle of my relationship, the pinnacle of my contribution to the world. There is no passion. There is no why. Because a why comes when you are bored, when you want change. Your why comes when it's really hard. It's really hard, okay? To be an entrepreneur, to have your own business, to be in a relationship, to have kids, to make a lot of money, to save, to buy things, to expand, to think bigger, to read books instead of watch TV, to learn, to change, to get better, to try something new. Me, swimming this year. I was not a good swimmer. I was not a good runner, okay? I haven't ran, I posted today, I've never run further than 10 miles total in my life for any race ever at any time. Swimming, I've probably never swam more than 1,000 yards, okay? There was a lot of fear, but this is the thing, is that I felt, whether it's happening or not, I felt, and emotions run your world, I felt like I was actually contributing to the betterness of who I am. So the why, as I told in the conversation yesterday, and I explained it to him almost as long as this video, is that I need to live to the best version of myself. And I am so tapped into my feelings that things are not going my way short term. It's so easy to say, and I'm not discounting the comment, but it's so easy to say short term short term comfort, because it's easier to stop. It's easier to stop running. It's easier to stop making phone calls. So my why is I'm so tapped into what the feeling of feeling inadequate. I'm so tapped into that's my why. My why is actually feeling adequate. And I'm so tapped into not feeling adequate, because I went through it my whole fucking life, to 30 years of my life, that when I am in this inadequate stage, that's when I say, I need to push harder at the gym. I need to make phone calls. I understand right now this is a lull, and I tap into, there is no person that I'm doing this for. There is no money or anything I'm doing this for, but I'll leave you right here. And I know this is a lot longer than expected. However, I'm going to leave you on this one thought, is that if there is one thing that you can push yourself in this year, that one thing, I can tell you, can potentially compound exponentially into other areas. So if that's health, if that's relationships, if that's money, if that's career, if that's anything, that one thing will compound into so many other areas. I can't even tell you the confidence that will bring you. That feeling, I told him yesterday, and I'll leave you with this. The feeling, as I told the guy who was out with coffee, the coffee that I had with him yesterday is that I can't instill the feeling of accomplishment of something that, even if you thought was possible, running a mile, 2 miles, when you actually do something and you say you're going to do something, that's one piece of confidence. Doing something that you say you're going to do that you think is harder than you think you could do, that's another piece of confidence. And in doing something that you thought was really hard is another piece of confidence. So the first one is, I'm going to show up on time. I'm going to make calls every single day. That's a level of confidence I can't give you. Number two is doing something that you think, I don't know if this is possible. But today, when me running almost 14 miles, that was a level of confidence where I was like, holy shit, what about 15? What about 16? What about a marathon? And that adequacy, feeling adequate, is exactly the feeling that I'm going after, because I understand the other why. I understand the other why because I see what it does to people. The other why is I'm done. In my career, I see it. I see it with that guy at the gym that said it's only Tuesday, it's not Friday. I see it at the gym where the one person sits down all day and has visceral fat around their entire body. That's not good. That's not good. You know what we call that? 15 years to diabetes or stroke or cancer. It starts now. And it's at 1% incremental gains, and you're going to reach a point, like I said, you don't need a why that's exponential. Okay, and I've noticed that Simon Sinek makes it out that you need this overarching blue light in the sky at night, just calling. That's like E.T. and you're like, oh. No, that's not what it is. It's something that makes you be fine with boredom. Boredom is it. Being bored and being okay being bored. Did you just get a little uncomfortable right there? You just get a little uncomfortable because I was silent? I was a little silent? A little uncomfortable? You're getting silent, or you're getting a little uncomfortable, right? What are you doing right now? Pushing your level of comfort in silence, I'm telling you, will make you more comfortable with your thoughts than anything else in the world. If you're more comfortable with your thoughts, anything on the outside doesn't matter. Because you're fine with what your thoughts know your deepest insecurities. It knows if you're a girl and you have chubby thighs or big calves or fake hair, or you're going bald as a guy, or you're getting chubby or fat, or you're in debt, or your girlfriend doesn't like you, or you're not getting laid, or whatever the case is. This knows everything. And if you can be fine with this, which is bored, silent, by yourself, no input, no stimulus, no phone, not even reading, just be okay with this, I'm telling you, nothing on the outside matters. And that's where the why is. The why isn't this big overarching thing. It's that small little thing that you tap into and you say, this is why I'm doing it. I'm avoiding that first fat person in the future. Or I'm doing this because I used to be a fat person. Or I'm doing this because I used to be that in debt, no money, couldn't afford to take girls out on dates kind of guy. That's why I'm making money. But if you're okay with this, you're okay with everything on the outside. That, my friends, that's peace. That's peace. That's really what it is. It's peace. It's peace. And by peace, I mean you're walking around and I walk around now and it's every day. It's every second. And I'm like an amateur. I'm a novice when it comes to the mind. And I'm just tapping into it, is that I walk around now and I look at people's expressions and I say, I'm glad I'm not them. I'm glad I'm not them. Because of just joy or gratitude or anything else. It's just, I know that if I put my mind to something, I can get something. That level of creation or confidence that comes into your mind it's fascinating. It's fascinating. You want money? This is how you get it. It's not hard. You want a better body, whatever the case is. But your level of why cannot be accomplished by being on, hey, how's it going? Your level of why cannot be accomplished by reading books or by watching YouTube videos, except for mine, or watching TV or anything, playing video games. Your why can't be discovered there because video games are going to go away, or your relationship or your money or your health or whatever is going to start to deteriorate. But your why is something very small, okay? And the best way is to look at what you were lacking when you were younger. That's why short people are now bodybuilders. That's why fat people are now thin. That's why poor people are now rich, because they are making up for an inadequacy that they had when they were younger. Mine was that I was not contributing to the world. So anyway, have an amazing weekend. Hope all is well. If you guys have any questions, leave in the comments below. And my book that I'm reading right now is the best sales book I've ever read in my life. It's called Instant Influence. I'm going to do a book review on it. It's by far the best book. It's very advanced. It's very advanced. I would not recommend it to people that don't at least have a basic understanding of sales. Look how many pages that I've already, that's like, I don't know, 10, and I'm not even halfway through. So highly recommend Instant Influence. There you go. It might be backwards on the phone, but whatever. Highly recommend you check that out. Have an amazing weekend. Leave your comments below or any book reviews. I'm doing physical books now.